To the fifth tutorial of connection design. In this connection video, we will be designing unstiffened, seated, bolted, welded shear connection. It consists of angles welded or bolted to connection column or may be bolted to beam flanges. The type of connection is only valid if you release the moments from the support, no transfer of flexure from beam to the supporting member. The scenario in this video involves design of column to beam connection. As shear connections, the ETABS model is already provided. You can check the ETABS course link in the description. Design the shear connection for beam column. This type of connection in RAM connection is referred as USBCW or USBCF. BCF is beam column flange and BCW is beam column web connection. Since we are to design the shear connection, so we are turning off the visibility of the exterior moment resisting frames from which no end releases are applied. So the moment connection will be designed for exterior frames and the shear connections for interior frames. We are also turning off the visibility of the purlins, which are beam to beam connection. So in this scenario we have two types: beam column flange connection, which is beam connecting to the flange of the column, while beam column web connection is when the beam is connecting to the web of the column, that is BCW. Starting with the beam column flange connection, I'll be turning off the visibility of the beams connected to the web of the column. Let's proceed to the software. Add new connection. Beam column flange connection is BCF. The beam size is 18 by 35 wide flange and the beam length and the column size we can see is W14 by 74. Beam length is 15 feet. But we are having beam length of 20 feet in the model, so we'll override it as 20 feet. Click on OK once you are done defining the beam column properties and material data. Now I'll be defining the beam column web connection. The variation in beam length is present as the beam length in beam column web connection is different. First I'm gonna select the purlins to turn off their visibility. As we are not interested in the beam to beam connection which we have already designed in first tutorial. Now the beams are visible with connected to the column web. I'll be checking their length. The length of beam to column web connection is 15 feet. Okay, now we have defined both beam and column. Now I'll be adding the load cases to be added in the load combinations: live load and earthquake in X and Y directions. I'll be generating the code specific load combinations. The code we'll be using is ASCE 710 LRFD. The combination list is provided here, which will be generated for the load cases which we defined. Now I'll be assigning the connection type, which is the code is US bolted or US welded, that is unstiffened plate bolted or welded. Let's start with US bolted connection for flange. and edit the forces in the connection. Since it is a shear connection, so the important forces are axial and shear forces. No moment in shear connections ideally. So now since we are interested in beam column flange connection, so I'll be selecting only the beams whose flanges are connecting, who are being connected to the column flanges with moment releases. You can use any analysis software since we have completed the ETABS course whose link is given in description. So that's why I'm using ETABS. I'm selecting the maximum axial force for dead load. Similarly for live load. Similarly for seismic in X direction. Similarly for seismic in Y direction. There we had a choice whether to pick the maximum negative or maximum positive value. So we picked the maximum negative value because the dead load and live load axial forces were negative. So to combine the maximum effect, we'll pick the same signs. Now I'm picking the maximum shear force for dead load, maximum shear force for live load, that is 4.5 kips. The units must be same in both of the softwares. The units here is set up in kips. Similarly, the units here are set up in kips. There is no EQX and EQY force. And similarly, I'll check the moment at supports. There is zero moment at support, and that is why we are using the shear connection, as the moment was released from the ends of the members and the members were pin connected. Now click on OK. Now I'll be editing the connection configuration. The stress ratio is in red color, which is greater than 1 and failing. So I'll edit the connection configuration. The loads assigned and generated due to load combination are shown. Beam properties shown. Column properties shown. The seating angle properties. Beam side bolts. As making the bolt number to 4, it is coming out, so we can make it back to 2 as the column flange width is small. Similarly, increasing the rows of bolt, the bolt increases out of the angle, so we cannot increase the bolt out of the angle. Making back it to 1 would fix the problem. Now I'll edit further more parameters to check if the connection passes. Otherwise, we'll have to use a different configuration. Let's revise the angle thickness and we are okay. So the angle thickness was causing the failure. It must also check the code checks. They all must be green and tick mark. Now we'll be proceeding to beam column web connection. I'll be adding the loads. From the ETABS in the similar manner, we added the loads for the beam column flange connection. But first we have to turn the visibility only of the members, which we will be considering from beam column web connection. I am hiding the edge frames because there was no moment releases from the edge frames. Now first we will be seeing the axial forces in the members and load them in ETABS. in RAM connection from ETABS. You can use any other analysis software. I am using ETABS because we have completed the ETABS course. The link to complete ETABS course is given in description. Similarly for forces in EX direction. And forces in earthquake in Y direction. I am taking all the maximum signs as negative because it will give me the critical most combined forces. But it is important that you select the maximum force by maximum magnitude, as due to load reversal in combinations it will automatically be adjusted, but the magnitude should be maximum. So the shear force I am taking for dead load and live load. Shear force due to earthquake in X and Y direction is 0. Now check the moment. In earthquake X and Y direction, moments are 0. The moments are 0 at supports, and that is why we are using the shear connection to transfer only the shear forces. Now we will be proceeding to the design of the beam column web connection. For demonstration purposes, we will be using US welded connection. Now you see the angle is welded to the column and the stress ratio is 0.84, that is less than 1. We can further economize the connection as there are a lot of connections by reducing the bolt diameter or reducing the thickness of the angle. These are the connection forces. Beam section which we can change. That is the last option if the connection is not passing. We'll learn more in moment connection types. Seat angle length, let's make it to 7 inches. Seat angle is the below one. And the support side. As already told, you should take at least 1/4 inch thick weld for detailing purposes. Top angle location can be at side as well as top. Bolt sizes I am reducing and the weld sizes as 1/4 inches. Let's check the result. The results are okay and the global strength ratio is 0.81. You can also export the DXF files which are readable by AutoCAD to AutoCAD. And the results can be printed as well as exported to Word. Thank you for watching. Check the important links in description for complete courses.